everyone, and welcome back to Scents of South Jersey with me, Kellen, for another fragrance review. I've got a very special review that I'm very excited to make today, and we're going to be taking a look at a fragrance from 2024 from the niche house of Naughton Wilson. It is the new release, the woody fragrance, Arezzo. This is the newest installment in the Naughton Wilson line, masterminded by obviously a team and a perfumer, but of course, Dan, Mr. Smelly Naughton, and I wanted to thank him so much for sending me this bottle to try. This is the third of the bottles from Naughton Wilson that I've been able to try. I've experienced Gravitas, the original, Bon Vivant, which I really liked. That was the second installment, and now this. And I know there are two more in between this one, Chypre Fulminare and Gravitas Ascenza, that I have not yet tried, but I'm so excited to be able to review this one. I've given it a lot of wear, and what we're gonna do, as we do in all of my individual fragrance reviews, is break down this fragrance into 5 parts. First, we're gonna take a look at the box and the bottle presentation. Then I'm gonna go over the fragrance's notes, and then I'm going to talk about its performance based on my experience wearing the fragrance, give it my overall thoughts, and then of course, my overall rating. If it is your first time here to the channel and you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and do so. We're growing every day and it's a lot of fun, and I can't thank you all enough who have supported the channel and continue to watch. Again, thank you so much. Check out my Instagram page. Again, it's just Scents of South Jersey for news and updates on the channel, when the new videos are gonna drop. It's a way to contact me, etc. And of course, there's photos of fragrances from my collection. And if you're interested in purchasing any fragrances directly from my collection that I'm no longer wearing that you've seen on the channel, please check out the link to my Mercari page. Is going to be in the description below, and as well as the links for the Masudo button-down shirts and the Aurelius Apparel fitness shirts too. So guys, let's not waste any more time and let's jump into this review of the new release from Naughton Wilson, and that's Arezzo. Okay, let's start things off with the presentation. So comes in a newer, different styled box, and you can see here, I pulled it down a little bit just so I can be able to get it out, but got this really sort of like, garnet red, maroon color with gold and the Naughton Wilson coat of arms, and it says Arezzo there, and Naughton Wilson, and made in England, and just really a nice attention to detail. Size there, 100 ml, and on the back, you've got some brand information there, the Naughton Wilson again, made in England, and then of course the website, and then the slip cover comes off, and it's sort of got this texture to it, almost like a leathery texture. And then you have this box here, Naughton Wilson. Very nice, heavy duty, and it's one of the open to the side magnetic ones, and that's where the fragrance will sit. And there's some brand information there. And of course the bottle will sit perfectly in there with that velvet. It looks very nice, very posh, very, very, very high end. And you can see here. So let's take a look at the bottle as I shut that one up. So, you can hold it by the cap. If you shake it, it probably will fall, but it's pretty snug this time. And in the past, I know that wasn't able to happen. And you have that, that really hard plaque, again, that garnet or maroon Arezzo with the gold. I love the color scheme, simple bottle. You can open champagne with this one because I've done it before with the others. And the cap there, beautiful detail. And it says Naughton Wilson around the rim there. Now, the one thing about this is the sprayer is amazing. Look at that. It just is so pressurized. Let's get some more on my hand. It's like a fire extinguisher, just a massive amount comes out. Really, really, really great attention to detail. Amazing presentation for this fragrance. Okay, let's talk about the notes for Naughton Wilson's Arezzo. So in the top, you have mandarin and bergamot. And then in the middle, or the heart of the fragrance, you have brandy, plum, spices, orris, and labdanum. And then in the base, there's tobacco, incense, patchouli, Cambodian oud, musk, and ambergris. So in the top, I definitely detected like a spiced citrus, that's for sure. And I think eventually maybe there's like a fruity brandy, plum, maybe that's probably the plum and the brandy. And then I get definitely an incense, some patchouli, and I guess a woody smell, which could be the oud. The other, the other notes are in there, but I'm not 100% sure if I can distinctly pick them out. I don't have the trained nose to do that, but I definitely get a citrus opening, but like a spiced citrus opening. It's not just like a typical freshie, not like that at all. It's more complex. There's more to it than that. And then, I think there's a little bit of a sweet booziness, and then of course like the woody dry down too, where the other notes come into play. Okay, so let's talk about the performance for Arezzo. Very good. I will notice it well over a work day. And that's typically how I grade things. Will it last the 8 hours I'm in the field? You know, sometimes it's less than 8 hours, sometimes it's going to be more depending on the day. But do I smell it when I get home, when I get to the gym and I'm taking off my shirt to put on my gym shirt on to work out? Do I still smell the fragrance? And yes, the combination of skin and clothes is going to go at least 8 hours, probably more. And that's, you know, the good experience I've had in terms of the performance. No slouch there. I think the note breakdown really sort of just, you know, emphasizes the fact that this is going to stick with you. That's been my experience wearing Arezzo. Okay, so it's time for my overall thoughts on Arezzo by Naughton Wilson. So, as I've mentioned before earlier in the video, I have tried 2 other Naughton Wilson fragrances, the original Gravitas, Bon Vivant, and now this. So of the 3 that I've tried, this is absolutely my favorite. I think it's a perfect blend of like old school classic style, which we know Mr. Smelly and myself like to review and are into those types of fragrances, but with like more of an up-to-date, you know, modern take on it, because of course we want to make it appeal to people today, but it doesn't go generic in any way at all. It's very unique, and I think it's done really well. Again, that burst of spice citrus in the opening, then coming in with this sweet sort of light boozy brandy type of smell. That could be the plum and the brandy together, but that's what I get. It's not like it's not an overwhelming booziness too, which I appreciate, because sometimes I'm not a huge fan of overwhelming boozy scents, but this one, it's done really well. And then ultimately it dries down to a woody, spicy wood smell. And you know, spice has been it for me. This winter, I have been into spice scents. If you take a look at the video that I'm either going to make or put up, it depends on which one I do first, about my winter scent list, you're gonna see a lot of spicy fragrances in there. And this one, 100% I'm gonna be wearing during the winter time. I think seasonal wise, again, I hate to put it for just the season. I think it's gonna work best in the fall and winter time. However, you know, maybe a summer night where it's a little cooler than normal, you throw a little of this on, it'll work. It's a classy smelling fragrance. It really is, and it's masculine, and it's something that, you know, it'll perform well. So it's really hitting on all points for this type of thing. It's something that I think guys probably in their later 30s and up would appreciate more. Like when I put this on, something with like a nice, you know, sweater or a sport coat, you're drinking a glass of bourbon, like a Blanton's, or you're having some champagne. It's a special occasion. Like that's when I would want to break this one out. You know, this one I wouldn't wear every day. I would make this one to be more of something that is like a celebration, you know, whereas say like something with Bon Vivant, to me that was a little bit more casual, where this one I think is more of a special blend, something that, you know, you reserve. Like you don't just rock this one every single day, unless you want to, of course you can, but to me it's done really well. And a big congratulations to Dan. I think you hit a home run with this one for sure. I really like it. I love the name, the image of a Tuscan countryside in Italy. It's beautiful, and the smell is really nice too. And I think, again, spiced citrus, woods, oud, all that stuff combined too. It smells really, really good too. This is a fantastic fragrance. Okay guys, it's time for my overall ratings for Arezzo by Naughton Wilson. As far as the presentation goes, I absolutely love it. I think that the box is done really well this time. The bottle, I really like that the cap, you know, it doesn't click into place, but it's snug, it's held on, and the sprayer on this one is amazing. So we're gonna go 9 out of 10 for the presentation. As far as the performance goes, like I said, I grade it by the workday. It's gotten me at least 8 hours. You know, it's sort of a subdued scent after that, but hey, that's a great performance line. So 8 out of 10 for the performance. As far as the scent goes, once again, I love the spice citrus in the opening, the spicy sort of boozy plum note. Like those are different, it's unique, and I like the the incense and sort of musky, patchouli, woody dry down too. So we're gonna go 8.5 out of 10 for the scent, which is gonna bring the overall rating for Naughton Wilson's Arezzo by me to an 8.5 out of 10. Okay guys, that is gonna wrap it up for me. That is my review of the 2024 release from Mr. Smelly and the team at Naughton Wilson, Arezzo, the woody fragrance too. So let me know in the comment section, have you tried this fragrance yet? Do you like this one? Of the Naughton Wilson fragrances that have been released, which one is your favorite? Because this one is certainly mine. You know, I always appreciate all of the interaction. And again, congrats to you, Dan. I love that this is made by your brand, and you've always been a friend to me in the fragrance community, always very kind and supportive, and we definitely have to do a collaboration video again soon too. So guys, let me know in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe, check out the Instagram page, go ahead and purchase this bottle from Mr. Smelly's website. You know, he always has his sites everywhere. I'll see if I can get a link for that in the description, just so you know where to go. Again, thanks so much for hanging out with me and watching the video today, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.